Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Carol, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Shout out to you, my love. Shout out to everybody. I'm waiting for those notifications to go out because I definitely changed the time. We are doing a vertical live today. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys double click, double tap. Let me get this intro going so those notifications can go out and we will get started, right now. Let's do it. Let's do it right now, right now, right now. Hit the like. Bye, guys. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock, I rock, I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, chit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring hopes. Exploring, researching, debunking, investigating, being nosy, super nosy, being messy, being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me, the chick with ADHD. Unmedicated, but quite educated. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like, hit that like. Let's go, let's go. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody. And shout out to the 29 plus people that double clicked and hit the like. Guys, every once in a while, we have to be able to do the vertical and the horizontal and the vertical and the horizontal. But shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm so glad. Luigi, I'm so glad to see you here. I haven't seen you in a minute, my love. Shout out to you. Hope you're doing okay. Carol, again, thank you for being a member for 5 months. And let me just say that I love the fact that I've never seen my intro horizontal, or excuse me, vertically. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. And if we get any trolls, which I suspect, because that does happen, it is what it is. Yeah, it's more than one occasion we've had the troll with the request that I send him a feet pic. So I did find a perfect feet pic online and I wanted to show it to you guys. If there is a request for a feet pic, okay, this is what I am going to show you. Now, if you want an up close and, picture, I'm going to need you guys to cash app me. That's kind of where I'm at. What? I told you guys, I was going to say, listen, I'm not playing. Let these trolls say I want a feet pic. You say, girl, bye. Thank you, Luigi. Let me get one of these damn trolls like about, hey, can you drop me a feet pic? Come on. Sure. Let me drop you the hairy one. There you go. That's what we gonna do. Shout out to us for the sense of humor. Ew, Fitz says that she could smell it. Ew. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. Anyways, I know, aren't they disgusting? I'm like, too much. You fell off your bed. No, don't get me demonetized, y'all. All right, moving on. Because you know someone's going to report it for like inappropriate, kinky shit or something. You just know how these people are. I know, right? At least the nails are trimmed. Okay. The nails are trimmed. The hair can probably be braided, but the nails are trimmed. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are amazing here. Thank you for being here. You said, why is Rabbit Show page? I promise y'all, that's not my feet, okay? My feet are cute. I personally believe that my feet are cute, but that's somebody's feet from the internet. So it is what it is. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. No, they're not. No. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Let's get it together, guys. We have so much to review. We have so much to talk about. So we go listen, it is Diddy week. Okay, we definitely have the trial happening. Jury selection duty is tomorrow. You got people out there that are going to be, you know, I mean, I've already seen a couple of YouTubers go out there. They're going to be broadcasting. You have Miss Lisa Bloom over here flying all the way in just for the trial tomorrow for the jury selection. Are you guys here for it? I mean, let me know.
Hey everybody, I'm off to New York right now to be present at the Sean Combs criminal trial, which begins in Lower Manhattan tomorrow. I represent 2 accusers in civil cases against Mr. Combs and also a government witness. Jury selection begins tomorrow. That's the process of both sides asking probably a large pool of jurors questions to make sure that they don't have biases and that they get a fair trial, which is what we all want. Stay tuned.
This is going to be intense tomorrow. Jury selection. People are already planning. I'm telling you, I've seen a couple of YouTubers fly out there getting ready for this Diddy trial. Some of the people, like Lisa Bloom, apparently represents some people. She's in the civil cases and, you know, might need to be there. Like, that's what they have to do. You said, I'm just bummed that it's a federal trial and we don't get to watch. So we really are going to depend a lot on like reporters that are there. I do wonder though, like, are they going to be able to bring their devices? You think this is going to, you said this is going to be monumental, says Dracula. Okay. Rabs, you should go out there. I can't, how? What am I going to do? That would be amazing if I can go out there. I mean, if it was in my local area, I'd be camping out. It wouldn't be a problem. But literally, people are flying out there to be there. You know what I mean? And we are not, Aduka, we are not starting this again. No, we're not. No, we're not. Yes, we did start a little bit early. Welcome, everybody, for those that are coming through. Shout out to everybody. But I'm just saying, like, I do wonder what this is going to look like, how things are going to get organized, information specifically. There's people out there. Lisa Bloom clearly has business out there to do, but I've seen some YouTubers going out right now and just trying to set themselves up for the jury selection at this point. It's not even the full-on trial, it's just a jury selection. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Yeah, that's an inside joke on the tacos. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. So that is what we have going on. Everybody's kind of flipping out at this point, just trying to figure out what is the next step, what is going to happen. So everything that you need to know. By the way, Cassie, it's reported that she is like the star witness for the prosecution. Okay, so keep that in mind. What you need to know about Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial. The United States versus Sean Combs goes to trial downtown Manhattan this month. So, of course, everybody's gathering together and getting their stuff together. But over the last 2 years, Combs' empire has been coming crashing down amid a wave of sexual abuse and misconduct allegations. The scrutiny on the mogul reached an apex in September when he was indicted by federal prosecutors in a sweeping sex trafficking case. The case, United States versus Combs, goes to trial downtown Manhattan this month. Combs has pled not guilty and vehemently denied any wrongdoing. Here's what we need to know. So the prosecutors allege, for those that are kind of late, the prosecutors are alleging an elaborate and produced sex performances known as freak-offs. Now, let me tell you guys something, okay? I really hope that this isn't about, okay, here's my concern. I'm going to tell you guys, and I said it before, so I don't feel like I'm holding back anything at this point. I hope this isn't about freak offs, okay? Because there is a part of me, and maybe this is the defense argument, that this trial is really about Diddy's freak offs and Diddy's sex lives and his preferences and things and whatnot. And I hope that that's not the case. I hope that that's not what we're saying at this point. It really does concern me that people are making it about that, because from my understanding is that we have victims out there that did not consent to a bunch of things that happened to them, right? That is my understanding. But this better be more than just freak offs. Now, the other concern that I have, and I've said it time and time again, every Diddy video, if this is a racketeering enterprise, where the hell are all the other people? People have speculated that some of the witnesses, or at least people that are testified against Diddy, are the ones that initially would have been charged. So they cut some deals to kind of, be in alignment with Diddy. They cut some deals to be in alignment with Diddy, which I was like, really? They did? How do we know that? How do we know that that is the case? We don't know. So that's the point that I have a lot of questions about. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hold up. There's so much stuff. We want a fair trial. Absolutely. Because what we don't want some situation where, I mean, here's Harvey Weinstein. People say he didn't get a fair trial. So here we are again, years after his conviction. So you have to kind of wonder, you think Diddy's going down? People have said that they don't feel like that is the case. People have said different things. They feel like he might actually get off. I don't know, because first of all, I'm not there, but I am dying to understand what is going on. So let's get into TMZ real quick. Cassie, from civil lawsuit to trial testimony, okay? Her crucial role in the case against Diddy, all right? Cassie dated Diddy for more than a decade. We know this. And now she'll likely deliver some of the most important testimony at his federal trial, starting later this month. The singer-songwriter has played a large role in Diddy's life, no doubt, and we're going to recap her last couple of years as it pertains to Diddy's life, beginning from late 2023 and when she filed a civil lawsuit against him. Back in November of that year, Cassie sued Diddy. Now, remember, they settled like this, my friends. They settled very quickly. That was the thing that we had a lot of questions about. We said, that's a quick settlement. That's suspicious in less than 24 hours. Okay? Less than 24 hours. The Duck, thank you so much for this 15. Hello, the Duck. It says, don't go to the dentist. Oh, you talking about Kanye's dentist? Oh, my God. Thank you, my love, for this. And thank you, everybody that supports the channel. Thank you. It is very important that when we are vertical streaming, that you guys are double clicking and, showing support, doing what you got to do, because that is helpful to the channel while we're doing verticals. Thank you. It's a whole different algorithm. It's an algorithm beast. All right. It's an algorithm beast. Let's keep going. Okay. Back in November of that year. So Cassie sues Diddy, accusing him of rape, human trafficking, and all kinds of crimes. It was also the first time anyone had made mention of an alleged freak offs. Okay. And that's what worries me. So I'm pretty sure that this is more than just a man who likes to have sex with multiple people. I'm pretty sure that this is about a man who has coerced people or held people against their will, or manipulated people into situations that have been really bad, okay? And drugged people, all right? So let's keep that in mind, all right? Let's keep going. So prosecutors claim that Diddy had with Cassie, claiming he coordinated sexual encounters between her and male prostitutes and pleasured himself while watching. Jonathan Oddie. Y'all remember that name, Jonathan Oddie? Drop a 1 in the chat if you remember Jonathan Oddie, who has continuously had constant court hearings, and he doesn't show up. I don't know what the hell is going on with that situation. What is going on with Jonathan Oddie? That is the question that I have. Okay, you guys remember Jonathan Oddie, right? So Jonathan Oddie, years before the Cassie lawsuit, and I mean 2019, 2018, years, there was a video. The Duck put 2. Shout out to the Duck. there was a video where this man was being interrogated. And he talked about the fact that he was having to have sex with Diddy and Cassie at these alleged freak-offs, guys. Okay? So then, fast forward, here we are present time. We're finding out about this guy with, the situation with Jonathan Adi. This puts a lot of credibility to the things that Jonathan Adi was saying. Initially, when Jonathan Adi was talking about having sex with Diddy and Cassie, people thought that this was just a joke. People thought that this was just like a man that was going crazy, that type of situation. And then here we are. He wasn't off. Now, maybe there's something else going on, given the fact that he did go and shoot up the Trump Tower. Okay, there's that. Maybe there's something else going on there, but he specifically put that out there on an interrogation video, and it went viral. Everybody talked about it. So I definitely believe Jonathan Adi. I believe that in the situation that he was going through, whatever crisis, there's something to be said there. Is that the reason he's still in jail and no trial yet? Says Vicky. Vicky, I have to wonder. Now, hold up. Pinche Becky, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat. Thank you, guys. Confetti the bitch. Thank you. And drop some hearts. Thank you on this vertical live stream. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Vicky, this is a great question. Is this the reason why he's still in jail? Why is Jonathan Adi in jail? Now, okay, he did shoot up the Trump Tower or whatever, but why is he in jail continuously having court hearings and he's not showing up? Where is he? I don't think it's a bail hearing. You said he's in protective custody, but wait a minute. He has had constant court hearings, and now he hasn't shown up to one of them. Not even his attorney. That's like the last time I checked, that's what it was. It's been a minute, but I could definitely follow up on that. That doesn't make any sense, guys, at all. Witness protection, but why wouldn't they remove him from the docket, though? Paige said he got Epsteined. Oh, my God. Pinche Becky's been a member for a year. Thank you, Pinche Becky. Shout out to Pinche Becky. Oh, my God, Pinche Becky, supporting my channel. Thank you. Chemo, when did he show up? Because the last time but it's been a minute, so I could be wrong. Chemo, when was the last time that Jonathan Adi showed up? When? Because I'm curious. Because I thought he had not shown up. Not only has he not shown up, the judge has been questionable. Interesting. Ahmad, thank you for being a member for a month. Shout out to you. Sounds like they need habeas corpus. What if he's a witness? They do Zoom, like you could do Zoom. What if he's a witness? Remember when they were saying that he had died or that he had been killed, and that wasn't even the case? If I'm not mistaken, he claimed not guilty a whole couple days ago. Really, Chemo? Okay, I'll have to follow up because I thought he hadn't even shown up or anything. Search for you. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Shout out to you. Thank you, my love, for supporting my channel. Thank you. This is off. This is weird. I'm going to say that. I'll have to follow up. But yeah, but BJ did a video and that was like several months ago, or not months ago, several weeks ago. So I'll have to follow up on that. But what happened to that guy? Is he he could be in protective custody, as you guys said, but he is a witness. Is he a witness for RICO for this case? I don't know. But he said himself, before all of this went viral, he said himself that something was going on, that he had sex. And now you see articles like, for example, TMZ. This is just an example, y'all. Just an example, okay? That she was made to have these freak-offs with people claiming that he coordinated sexual encounters between him and male prostitutes. Adi claimed to be a male prostitute, guys, and pleasured himself while watching. Diddy's lawyers initially called this lawsuit a shakedown, but just a day later, he agreed to settle for an undisclosed amount. You guys do realize if he had settled, say that he got served and he got settled, it does kind of make you wonder if there would even be a RICO trial now. If Diddy had settled like didn't even say anything and just moved on, do you guys think we would be here today? The feds wouldn't know anything, like people wouldn't know anything about it, right? You kind of have to wonder about all of this. I just have a lot of questions. And people had made that commentary. If Diddy had just settled with Cassie for whatever amount she had requested, there probably wouldn't be anything going on. Like there would be no RICO. People have said this before. Orgasm, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Shout out to you, Orgasm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Ronan says, just asking for prayers for my wonderful wife in the hospital. She's okay, but just wanted her to get better. All right, y'all. Do me a favor, guys. Drop some hearts, some prayer emojis, and show some love to Ronan. Ronan has been amazing supporter of our channel, and he really needs us today. Ronan, we are thinking about your wife. She's going to be okay. I am projecting that. We are saying this, and we're coming together just to, shower you with love and faith and hope, okay? Shout out to you, Ronan. We love you very much. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate you. Adi messed up with the oranges regime, and somehow he's now like Virginia Epstein. Interesting you say that. They had him show up for another charge and he pled not guilty, so it was for a rape allegation. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Sister Nova, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you for supporting my channel. And Don, also a member for 14 months. So late, but I have arrived. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Don. He sued Sean because he received an STD from an FO. Huh. Y'all, I don't know, man. And then they said they got tapes. They have tapes, okay? You said they're hiding him from the public. I have a feeling that that's what it is. They don't want him to talk whatsoever. It's kind of like this the Epstein list. Are we still waiting for the Epstein list? The lizard lady said that they were working so hard to release those Epstein lists, the Epstein list. Y'all, listen. I don't know how hard they're working because right now, Trump is trolling the Catholics. I consider that trolling. That whole picture with him being the Pope. I'm just saying, I consider that trolling. All right. I don't know how hard anybody's working at this point. I have a hard time believing that anybody's working. I feel like I'm being gaslit. People said that gas prices have gone down, and I'm like, no, bitch, they have not. Where do I have to live for the gas prices to have gone down? Let me know. I'm just saying. I feel like certain things are getting hidden from us from all powers that be at this point. I trust no one. I told you guys. I trust no political party to have my back or to be a supporter of mine. It was very offensive. I'm a Catholic. Not always great at practicing it, but I am. I think it was offensive. I think he offended a lot of people, but I also think that, okay, I'm going to say something that's very unpopular, but I'm going to say it, y'all. As a Catholic, I'm going to say what I got to say. The Catholic Church, as somebody who's Catholic, you guys, when this election stuff was happening, what did you have your parishioners do? Let's pray for this specific person to be elected. That's what you guys were praying. Just like my people too. Everybody was praying for this guy to be elected. What'd you think? You think you're special, that you weren't going to get trolled, that somehow you're going to be respected? I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen that way. So it's like, why are you offended now? You knew what you elected. Why are you offended now? Why are you mad? Help me understand. So I don't get the outrage from, and like I said, I'm a Catholic too. I don't get the outrage from everybody that I'm like, you guys knew who you elected. What you expect? What did you expect? What? I swear. But that's just me. That's just me, guys. And I told you, I don't I support it. Y'all could vote for whoever, but you got to know what you're voting for and what's coming down. Okay. The guy's always been a troll. He's always shown that. So that's what he's doing. And I'm not going to sit here and complain. This is the thing that makes me mad. I'm not a complainer, if you know what I mean. Yes, I agree with you on this comment. Thank you for saying this. I'm not a complainer. I'm one of those people that, all right, we're going to go one direction. Let's go this direction and let's really get into it and make things work and make things better for whatever that may be. Okay. But I just think that for us to really reflect on the next 100 day or the 100 days of what has happened, I'm like, what you guys expect? I don't want to hear it. Okay, he told you what was going to happen. You guys didn't read, the plan, did you? I guess nobody did. Nobody did. Or maybe you did, but you didn't think that it would happen to you. Isn't it how it is you never think things going to happen to you until they do, right? Just like over here, the Catholic Church. Oh, you didn't think he was going to troll you? You either have a sense of humor or you're offended. But you knew what you elected and y'all were praying for this guy. So there you go. You got what you wanted. All right, moving on. Shout out to everybody. I just want to make sure we're not mad or outraged about it. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. That is like the I told you so moment. I don't know. Moving on. You said we need to be here for each other because they want to divide people. I'm not going to be divided. Listen, like I said, I'm here for people to vote and do what they got to do with whoever and everything. But I just think I get it's upsetting when people get mad about things that we already knew were going to come down the pipe if certain people were selected, if you know what I mean. Okay, that's how I feel. Oh, so the gas is $4.70 in LA at a generic gas station. Damn, $4.70 at a generic gas station. So how are those prices for you, Pinche Becky? And this is LA. This is LA. I agree. I don't want us to be divided. And mentally, people can't break us because it's when they break our spirit that people get upset. And we just not doing that. We're not doing that over here. Okay. Moving on. So, like I said, Jonathan Adi, like Paige said over here, maybe he needs to be careful because he could be Epstein. There's other things. There's other people at play here. We need to be mindful. But Cassie is the star witness to this. Now, hold up. Let me get right into the article. Thank you. Double click. For those that are hitting the like button, please, and thank you. Just double tap the screen. I appreciate it. So, at that time, the NYPD told Diddy was not the subject of an investigation despite Cassie's lawsuit. So when had Diddy settled with Cassie privately and had this lawsuit not gone public, I don't know if we would be facing a RICO right now as we speak, guys. Just so everybody's aware, I don't think we would be facing a RICO as we speak. Okay. So at that time, when Diddy and Cassie settled, NYPD did not talk about any RICO or anything. There was no alleged investigation, which I find to be, and I don't know about that. I'm going to tell you guys something. I call that bullshit. I have a feeling that the feds have been investigating Diddy for a long, long time. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like the feds were already investigating Diddy for quite some time and they had stuff on him already. We don't know all the witnesses. We don't know all the information. The problem that I have with this RICO case is that Rose Gold said, I'm vertically challenged. Shout out to Rose Gold. Shout out to everybody. The problem that I have with this is that it's not just Diddy. An enterprise is not just one person. I'm having a hard time believing that this is just a Diddy trial. I feel like there's other people that somehow behind the scenes have either participated, done different things to kind of walk away from all of this. This man was surrounded by a lot of people, guys. A lot of people. I don't know, man. Some of this don't make sense to me, and that's just my thought. Okay. Numerous other alleged victims came forward in the following months and filed similar lawsuits against the music mogul. A few months after Cassie's lawsuit, federal agents raided Diddy's home in LA, New York, and Miami and broke the news that Cassie was cooperating with the feds, which, given the timing, suggests Cassie may have helped them establish probable cause for the raids. So again, this was that video in 2016. Now hold up, guys. Let me show you a receipt that I've been sitting on. Let's see if I could. You guys know that I have receipts. I want to show you guys a very interesting receipt. And I'm going to see if I can find the article. It's going to take me a minute just to search it real quick, okay? 2016 was such a year for Cassie and Diddy, okay? A very interesting year. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. After breakup. This is something that I don't think people have shown before. I'm going to try to show it to you guys. I'm going to show you guys an article from 2016. Let me show you a receipt. Look at this. I'm going to read it to you, okay? For those that have been following the Diddy saga. Diddy and Cassie, cops called after breakup argument. This was published August 19, 2016. 2016. Okay? So the situation with the hotel footage was what? September of 2016. Here's another article, okay, of August 26th. This was TMZ. This is what they said. Diddy and Cassie have called it quits following an explosive argument that ended with cops rushing to her home, TMZ had learned. Okay? Sources close to the couple tell TMZ they got into a heated argument in a car Wednesday afternoon after Cassie told Diddy she wanted to break up. She was trying to leave that relationship a couple times since 2016. Okay? Keep that in mind. We're told Diddy got pissed off and suspicious enough to grab her phone and start scrolling through. Our sources say Diddy jumped out of the car in Beverly Hills, phone in hand, and she took off with the driver. Diddy eventually came home and returned the phone, but then took two cars parked outside. Cassie had told her mom about the phone incident before Diddy came home and returned it, and the mom called the cops on him. Cassie's mom was calling the cops on Diddy in 2016. Okay. 2016 was such a contentious, tumultuous year for Diddy and Cassie at this time. Cops ended up at Cassie's home and she explained she got the phone back, so they left, but not before writing up a domestic incident report. However, we're told no crime was committed. I don't know how no crime was committed. Yes, she did. She commented to have several attempts at leaving the abuser. See, for quite some time. For quite some time. As for the breakup, we're told they've done it before, Justin and Selena style. So who knows? This article is dated. It just tells you how dated, how 2016 was an interesting year for them. In that situationship, she was trying to leave and he wasn't letting her go. And it's interesting because articles like TMZ talk about this as if it was just like, oh, it's a Selena and Justin situation. This is what celebrities do. They break up to make up, right? But then here we are with this, CNN 2016 footage, right? That really gave us an insight about how explosive and, abusive this man really was to Cassie. Okay, let's keep going. Then in May of last year, the now infamous tape of Diddy beating up Cassie in a hotel hallway was published by CNN. The video shows Cassie leaving a hotel room, heading for the elevators when Diddy, wearing only a towel. I'm sorry. I don't know what the outcome is going to be of this, but I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I will never look at Diddy the same way. Actually, I've never looked at I'm like, well, let me think about this because growing up, I was a Diddy fan. I think a lot of us were Diddy fans, but like, there is nothing that Diddy could do. Like, say that for whatever reason, if he gets off of this situation, and he is found not guilty, I don't even think I could ever look at Diddy the same way. I don't think I could see anything but a abusive person. That's it. Because of how all of this went down. I could never be okay with this music. I could never buy his music. I just can't. We'll never see Diddy the same way. So I don't think that he will ever recover from this. guilty or not, if that makes sense. I'm sorry. I hate to put it this way. I mean, let me ask you guys a question. What about Shannon Sharp? Do you guys think that Shannon Sharp has potential of recovering from all of this? Do you think that Shannon Sharp could come back to mainstream media and kind of be back into the light? What do you guys think? Could Shannon Sharp, I mean, and I'm just throwing Shannon Sharp out there. I mean, you could think of any other celebrity that has had a similar situation like this. Um, Anybody. Billy Ray Cyrus, for example, is another person who, we see the shit that he does on, with Miley Cyrus, and he's not the best father. I don't think I could see him the same way anymore, music or not or anything. Think of everybody. Think of these celebrities. I just don't know if some of these people could come back, if you know what I mean, especially after having a video out there. You said over the years, this man knew what he was doing from the music, videos, the artist, everything. Diddy is marked. Ooh, Saidala, that's a good point. Kevin Spacey. We've talked about Kevin Spacey here a lot of times. Lots of times we covered some of this Kevin Spacey stuff. Some people feel like Kevin Spacey is innocent, which, to be fair, he has been cleared criminal and civil, okay? Both in the United States and in England, all right? So he has been cleared. But Kevin Spacey can never be the Kevin Spacey that he was back in the day. Hey, B. Tim, how are you? Back in the day where, he was on top of his game. One of my favorite Kevin Spacey movies, and now I'm like, oh man, this movie was so inappropriate, was American Beauty. American Beauty, I thought, was a fucking phenomenal movie. I mean, it got nominated for Oscars and it won Oscars and stuff like that. But the actual plot line of American Beauty is horrible, right? This grown-ass man is seducing a young high school girl, and the young girl is like also reciprocating. It's like, it's a great movie, but Ronan, it's like, damn, in today's age, that would never be a good thing. The writing of the movie, there's meaning behind different things. I love that movie, but it's, unfortunately, if you think about it, in the real world, it would be a no-go. It would be a no-go. B. Tim, thank you for being a member for 28 months. We are not even talking about Karen Reed yet. Karen Reed, own worst enemy is her own words. B. Tim, shout out to B. Tim. Oh my God, B. Tim, it's been forever. Thank you for supporting my channel. Oh, we're going to talk about Karen Reed here in a little bit. So, I don't know. My favorite movie or my favorite film of all time is Robin Williams' What Dreams May Come. It's like some of these movies are like, I don't know. Like, don't you guys remember what was that one movie from Marky Mark, Mark Wahlberg? And it was like the plot of it, the storyline of it is great, but the movie itself is crazy. It's the one where he plays like a porn actor. Y'all remember that movie? Let me know. What is the name of it? Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights. It's like a great plot. Yes. He was the rock star. Right. Not Fatal Attraction. Boogie Nights was the movie. Yo, the plot line, the storyline of that movie is fantastic. Boogie Nights. You know what I mean? Like, if you follow it, but it's a horrible, horrible message that you're like, damn, this is an effed up movie. It's like Requiem for a Dream, another great movie that I'm like, oh, this is a great movie, but people get violated in this movie. It's a horrible thing, the whole situation. What part is based on a true story? Boogie Nights? Lord have mercy. I don't know if are you serious? Oh my God, y'all. We need to do a live where we talk about like the craziest movies. Yeah, Requiem is traumatizing. I'll say that. Requiem for a Dream was way too traumatizing. You haven't watched Boogie Nights? Dirk Diggler. Yo, let me just say that. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've watched Boogie Nights. I kind of want a survey here before I talk about this. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've seen Boogie Nights. Let me know. Okay. So I got at least a good 4 or 5 people that have seen Boogie Nights. All right. Okay, Angel. Okay. Oh, Clockwork Orange, that Stanley Kubrick movie, Whitney. Oh my God. Y'all see, I used to watch a lot of the classics. 2, if you have not watched it. 1, if you've watched Boogie Nights. Okay. So I did not expect the ending of Boogie Nights to be that. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The ending of Boogie Nights was not, well, I was like, what in the prop is this? That that was a thing, okay? So I'm just gonna, if you have not watched Boogie Nights and you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? You'd have to understand what the ending is. Stanley Kubrick, this one right here is a crazy ass movie too. Look, we got into movies. That, my friends, is another traumatizing movie. I think I watched the, what is it, the Clockwork Orange maybe once or twice and didn't watch it again. I don't know. Something about the movie just didn't really, it was just too much. Stanley Kubrick is interesting, I'll say that much. Eyes Wide Shut, we talked about this movie before. Yes, it's based on a book, but it's just like, my friends, like, I just can't with this movie. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. This Clockwork Orange one, um, maybe it's just too graphic for me that I'm like, I can't do that one. It's too much. Anyways, I'm moving on. So, but honestly, it kind of, our topic here kind of goes along the lines of Hollywood and, exposing the industry, right? Now here we are. Diddy worked with a lot of these people that we're talking about. Diddy had a lot of great rapport with these people. And this is what I'm saying. It's like, I have a hard time believing that we're talking about an enterprise and it's made up of one person so far. Who are the other people in this enterprise and why isn't more people charged? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Why haven't more people been charged? And let me say this. For example, Kanye West, in the last couple of weeks, Kanye West has kind of let us know why he feels like Diddy is, innocent. Why Diddy, he's had a love and hate relationship with Diddy, right? Where in one minute he's like, I'm gonna call the feds on Diddy, the net, or we're gonna set the feds up with Diddy or he is the feds. To the next minute, he's having phone calls with Diddy on the phone and everything, and they're being released. He's got this love-hate relationship with Diddy. But there was something that Kanye said that let me know that there was a lot more people around Cassie and Diddy when this relationship was going on, where he was putting hands on her and people were watching and didn't say shit or didn't say anything or didn't get involved. There's so much more of that in the industry than anything else. And so for me, it's like, you can't even, like, you these people aren't even friends of each other. You see the likes of Oprah and all these people kind of getting together and doing all this, material and working together, but they're not really friends. This is really a huge deal situation. Hey, Foxy Nyla, isn't he on the run? Aaron Hall? I thought Aaron Hall was on the run. This is interesting. Diddy is going to talk the fall for the global Zionists. That is what they're saying. He's going to take the fall or talk. Take the fall? Interesting. Um, Listen, Kanye West was live streaming, I think yesterday, and the girl was like naked, which isn't anything that we haven't already seen multiple times. We've seen it all. I don't know what else. Like, I don't know. It's just attention seeking at this point. 4 alleged victims are scheduled, excuse me, the way this is written. 4 alleged victims are scheduled to testify against Diddy at his trial, with one of them just being Cassie, going by a pseudonym. Jury selection for the trial starts tomorrow with opening arguments scheduled for the following week. So this week is just jury selection. So everybody and their mother is up there for the Diddy trial. I got the phone number for the transcripts, so I'm going to be calling here pretty soon on that, and we will follow up on that. Let me know. Is he going to name names? He probably isn't. He probably isn't. Joe Sherman is about. How do you know this, Foxy? How do you know he's being charged? He's only got a civil case. I have not seen anything that he's been charged. Who's your source? Because I only know of a civil lawsuit. That's not really a charge. That's a civil lawsuit. So I kind of have to wonder where you're getting your info on that. I do have to wonder. Yes, the transcripts. BJ mentioned it a while back. I think she mentioned it, but she never said that he got charged. Who knows? Maybe there was deal cuts and stuff like that, but I never heard that he got charged. I think that would be public information at this point. Yeah, that's what I feel. That's what, and you know what? There's a lot of bodyguards. It's a lot of bodyguards. Okay. Yes, they are. They're gonna be very costly. We'll figure it out, Pika. We will figure it out. Listen, anything to get the information that we need for our channel. No, Foxy, he wasn't charged. He was he has a civil lawsuit. I don't think he was charged with anything. You talking about Joe Sherman? I don't think Joe Sherman was charged. I mean, I could pull it. Let me see. I think that's pretty sure that he was not charged with anything criminal. He has been speaking out about, he says he was falsely accused. He's had the lawsuit with Talia Graves, but he's never been charged. So he's had yes, he is, but that doesn't mean that you're charged. So he's got the civil lawsuits. That's what he has. But he doesn't mean that he's been charged with any criminal wrongdoing. Those are all civil lawsuits. All of those are civil lawsuits. Yeah, so that's different. He's not part of Diddy or anything like that in terms of criminal. That's all civil lawsuits. He has not, Joe Sherman has not been indicted or anything. Now I do wonder why, especially given that, you know, there's a lot that has been going on behind the scenes. Like I said, I feel like there's so many things that have been happening. Thank you. Yes, for those that don't know, civil and criminal are different. They're not the same. They're not the same. So just so people are aware. Okay, let's talk about Karen Reed. Hey, so shout out to B Tim. Let me highlight B Tim's comment. I think he left. I don't know if he's still in the chat. B Tim says Karen Reed's own worst enemy is her own words. Listen, have you guys been watching the Karen Reed situation? What's going on and everything? I have been, like, every once in a while, I throw an eyeball out there just to figure it out, what is going on and everything. You know, just because I'm nosy like that. But I'm starting to think that this might have a different outcome than the initial or what people are thinking. What do you guys think? On and off, on and off. Listen. Karen Reed case, a shout out to the creators that cover it because it's a very intense case. It's like you're either this side or that side. You said you can't get away from it here in Massachusetts. Rose Gold, is it really that intense? Really? You haven't been following it? I've been watching a bit from the first one. Storm says she's not guilty. Some people believe that she's guilty. Some people believe she's not guilty. I'm going to say, this is what I got to say. I was waiting for the jury the first time. Okay. That's what I have to say. Annie Elise, I've been seeing her commentary too. Shout out to Annie Elise. She's been, giving some commentary to this. Oh man. So why the Karen Reed retrial might end differently this time? A new prosecutor, a surprising defense team addition, and a whole lot of controversy. Okay. So there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this case, which rightfully so. I just like, I'm trying. It's like this is how it is with the Karen Reed, right? You either believe this woman is guilty or you believe this woman is innocent. There is no in between. For me, I don't know. That's kind of where, like, I honestly do not know. I'm glad that there's another trial. I do feel like there needed to be another trial. I feel like police didn't do their job adequately here. Like they fucked up this whole situation. And it's giving that there's certain things that do not make sense whatsoever. And I'm all here for it. I'm here for the controversy in that sense. It's the same courtroom, the same judge. Oh my God, the judge. Now, I'll never forget the meme with the dog. there was a meme out there that they made for the Karen Reed trial where the dog was testifying. It was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. But because they gave away the dog. But anyways, so it's the same courtroom, same judge, and nearly all of the same players, but it's a whole different atmosphere inside of the County Superior Court in Massachusetts for the retrial of Karen Reed, who is accused of murdering her boyfriend, John O'Keefe. Last year's explosive trial divided the city of Boston. Yep, everybody's like one side of the, and it's still, and eventually the entire country over the question of whether Reed backed into and ran over O'Keefe in the early mornings of January 29, 2002, or whether O'Keefe, who was headed to a late night house party in the suburban Canton full of police officers like himself, had in fact been killed inside that house in front of witnesses who then staged the scene outside in the snow. I'll never understand why the lady search how quickly you die in the snow or how you die in the snow. I think that's what it is, if I remember correctly. The cops were sketchy and tried to cover each other. That's what people said. That's what the people said. The docuseries didn't help her at all. That last clip that she was looking and expecting him on the side of the road. Why would you expect him on the side of the road and not in the house? Oh, be Tim. That's a great question. I don't know. You found me through Karen Reed? Why? Oh my God. I don't even remember all that. Too much reasonable doubt. Do you think she's being I believe she is a cop bros scapegoat. Like cops stick together type of situation. Oh my gosh. See, I followed Karen Reed from the first trial with EBD and LYK, but can't bring myself to do it again. That shit was exhausting. I bet that must be exhausting. I don't know how the people do it. Like, I don't know how the glare does it. I don't know how other people do it. I don't know how you guys, like, that's some mental stability. Like, and just like, wow, the stamina to do all that, that's too much. That's too much. He said also her affect is not good for the jury. Yeah, she's got a very interesting affect. She should have a lighter color. She's looking too much like a lawyer. She's got this y'all don't come for me, but her face Karen Reed's face is like what do they call it? It's not the resting bitch face. No, it's not. It's like some like she's got this look about her that you're like, but I don't know if like that's a Boston thing or what. I don't know. So I'm just like, well, maybe that's what it is. Certain, a different area and stuff like that. It's a resting bitch face for sure. Okay, good. Good. Cause I'm like, I don't want to say that she's got a little snark to her, but she's from Boston, right? Like this, shout out to everybody. Rose Gold's like, don't do it, rabbit. No, but in my Rose Gold, let me know. Like, that's a thing, right? Like, it's like, I can't quite put my finger to it because it's like, I think that's just like her persona. That's how she comes across. I don't think she means to be mean or anything, but the camera they capture her looks and they always kind of make it seem like she's like upset or something, and it just might be her demeanor. It just might be the way that she is, I don't know, or just the attitudes overall. I don't know. But yes, shout out to everybody from Boston. Don't be mad at me. I'm just saying, like, I'm like, ooh, there's this, maybe it's just the I don't know, like the way people kind of hold themselves. Okay, see, Rose Gold said her bone, see, maybe it's her bone structure. Okay, all right. You said she's super unlikable. I can't stand her face. You really? See, but you could say I can't stand her face, and she could very well be very innocent, right? I don't know. Or both. We don't know. We don't know. I think even EBD said that the last clip was not good. I think the most important witness for Karen Reed is the protector or the proctor and the accident reconstruction people. If she fails, she will go to jail. Ooh. Really? Okay. So you said I have that and everybody thinks I'm me. See, I really tried to because I can get one too, y'all, especially like people can tell. Trooper Proctor, thank you. People can tell when I'm like upset. Clearly I try not to be upset when I'm here with you guys, but I can get one of those too. I can get a resting bitch face for sure. None of us would be a pig for the jury pool. No. You said that bone structure is suspect, probably guilty. You say she's guilty because of her bone structure? Oh my God, y'all are horrible. Y'all be sending people to jail for bone structures. Stop it. Anyways, but listen, it might look a little different this time. People are saying that, it's gonna. There's something off about this whole situation. The Jen McCabe lady, I saw her and I said, okay. This might not go the way in which everybody, in the prosecution side is wanting it to go, unless there's something else. You never know. You never know. Okay, so then last year, the city of Boston was divided, eventually the entire country, over the question of whether Reed backed into O'Keefe in the early hours of January 29, 2002, or whether O'Keefe, who was headed to a late night house party, was killed, and it was all staged by his friends. While that might seem like a question that should be easy to answer in court, it was anything but. Thanks mainly to a botched police investigation led by a now former state trooper, Michael Proctor. Proctor's conduct shifted an alleged case of deadly domestic violence into a public, Boston police corruption agenda. He made reprehensible comments about Reed in text messages with his coworkers, including misogynistic slurs. Now, why would he do that and seem to view her as guilty before he did any investigation? An investigation in which he allegedly lied and obscured evidence. His testimony was so damning for the prosecution in the first trial that he was ultimately fired, a fate which almost never befalls troopers in Massachusetts. Guys, feels like maybe Proctor needs to be the one standing in a trial. I'm just saying. What do you guys think? You said McCabe is a liar? You said wait. But I'm saying, hey, if the cheekbones don't fit, you must acquit. Oh my God. Well, I mean, like, first of all, let me find out if an officer's being misogynistic on text messages, and then, like, why are you doing that? Why, like, focus on it. Clearly he had a bias. That's what it's given. By contrast, Reed was a ready-made celeb, and a girl next door college professor turned outspoken advocate for her own innocence. Depending on your perspective, she was either an innocent victim of the system or a manipulative femme fatale, and audiences were eager to pick a side. Well, now, which side are you guys on with this one? Let's do a poll. I want to know where you guys are at. See, I'm here for this because I wonder where you guys land with this one. Do you believe, let's do a little poll. Do you believe that Karen Reed is innocent or guilty? Let's see. Guilty. See kind of where you guys land. Innocent or not guilty. Hit the like button, double tap and hit the like button, please. And thank you guys. Thank you. Where do you guys land with this one? You said Proctor was a douche and definitely biased. I think he's suspended or maybe even fired. By where is he? What he did and said were gross. Not guilty. Go vote, Angel. Go vote. Go vote. I'm saying go vote. Let's see. So much corruption. I mean, this definitely. Now hold up. Rose Gold, if you're still in the chat, where do you stand with this one? I'm kind of curious about what your thoughts are. You voted. He lost his job. See, Rose Gold, because you're from the area. If I'm understanding this correctly, let me know. Where do you stand with this one? You said I have not looked. If the cheek, this comment right here is amazing because it's interesting. You said corrupt as AF. He got fired, says Chrissy Twig. Thank you, Chrissy Twig. Innocent. You think she's innocent? Okay. Shout out to Rose Gold. Shout out to everybody from Boston in that area. Y'all are amazing. And I'm sure that this got everybody divided. You said, I think the issue might arise with the consciousness of guilt. If that comes in, that will be a really bad for a case. But we will see. I don't know if the defense has anything new. Ooh, B Tim. Shout out to B Tim. One of the most top corrupt law enforcement. There's been a couple. Wasn't there Enrique, another young man that died during police training too, in the same um situation there? 100% innocent. The first trial proved it, says Ronan. Shout out to Ronan. Look at this. Look at Ronan with the all caps. Love it, love it, love it. Reasonable doubt. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna listen. We got 6 weeks of this, 6 more weeks of this trial. So this will probably end what, May, maybe mid-June to July. 6 weeks of this trial. Okay. That's a lot. Let's keep going. The police mishandling of the case, along with a lot of arguable, weird behavior from the party attendees, gave the defense plenty of room to argue its conspiracy case in earnest. The result was a mistrial in the first trial, though, according to 4 of the jurors, the jury actually wasn't all that divided. They were reportedly torn on the weakest of the charges, leaving the scene of a fatal accident, but had reportedly intended to find Reed not guilty on the main charges of second-degree murder and leaving the scene of a fatal accident. They inaccurately told the judge that they were deadlocked on all the charges instead. Well, if she's charged with leaving the scene of an accident, then that would mean that they feel like she left the scene of an accident. By her account, she just dropped him off, and that was that. And then that's my understanding. That series sees a fiasco set the stage for the current retrial and the addition of a special prosecutor, Hank Brennan, who now has the advantage of knowing most of what the defense arguments will be in advance. Still, the prosecution has to overcome the Proctor, as well as what the defense and Reed, legions of supporters, claim as reasonable doubt pertaining to nearly every piece of evidence in the case. Ooh-wee. The conventional wisdom is that the second trial is better for the prosecution. This is what Mark Garrigo said, an attorney giving his perspective as a spectator to the retrial. I don't think that's the case here. Let's break this down. So yeah, we're going to stop right here in this article because we do have to move on. But I want to know what you guys think. Hold up. Let me see what the poll says. What does the poll say? Let me see. Oh, oh my God. Look at this poll. I got 43 votes. Do you believe that Karen Reed is innocent or guilty? 26% said guilty, 74% said innocent. Wow. Okay. All right. Let me end that poll right here. Oh my goodness. All right. Moving on, my friends. Moving on. So we got a new article from The Guardian. Okay, this was today. Got this article today. Okay, Scott Peterson. I just dropped the first part of Scott Peterson's declaration. He is trying to get a new trial or the conviction overturned. This is where he's at. Okay, so I'm going to be working on part 2 to record. Maybe I might be too tired tonight. Maybe tomorrow. To release it either tomorrow or Wednesday. And then we also have the Diddy stuff going on, so I'm going to try to keep up. The declaration is about 127 pages. So I read that in the first part. It took me a good hour to read. I think 26 or 38 pages or so. So we have many more pages to go through. But this is Scott Peterson's own words, and he's giving you his perspective about what happened. Guys, this case is heating up. I'm going to tell you, I have a feeling this man might get a retrial. I don't know. I'm not a judge. Okay. I have a feeling that this man might actually get a new trial, a retrial. I'm just telling you, Ronan, I'm letting you know what the people are saying. I think it's going to happen. Okay. This might make Nancy Grace's Rachel hair bob go crazy on this one. Yes. Because this is what made Nancy Grace's career. Honestly, this is one of many cases. Nancy Grace might lose it on this one, y'all. I'm telling you, he might get a retrial, and I'm here to report on it because I feel like I know this case way too well. All right. Let's get into this article. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys watch the video that I dropped today. It was today earlier. Go watch it and tell me what you think in the comments about it, okay? Let's keep going. So, Scott Peterson murder case back in the news. Could new evidence set him free? The LA Innocence Project believes evidence shows Peterson is not responsible for the killing of his pregnant wife Laci in 2002. Now, hold up. The LA Innocence Project is not the same Innocence Project as the one that we all know. The LA Innocence Project is a branch of a university. So they have the same name, but they're not the same. What is it? Not the same nonprofit. It's a different, okay? Let's keep going, all right? Here we go. So it's been more than 20 years since Scott Peterson was sentenced to death for the murder of his pregnant wife, Laci, in California. For many years, the case was considered open and shut. Then in late April, the Los Angeles Innocence Project made a seemingly bold bombshell announcement, okay? The nonprofit declared in a court filing that after a year-long investigation, it had uncovered new evidence that eviscerates the prosecution's theory of what occurred and proves Peterson's innocence. This new evidence undermines the prosecution's entire circumstantial case against the petitioners and show that the jury relied on false evidence, including false scientific evidence, to convict him. Guys, I have been reviewing this for quite some time. I'm gonna tell you guys. All right. And I know some of you guys are saying, well, a lot of trials are on circumstantial evidence. This was a horrific murder of a pregnant woman. Okay. Not one drop of blood in Scott Peterson's house. Nothing. We have no physical DNA evidence. Nothing. No cuts or bruising on Scott Peterson. Nothing. I'm having a hard time with this one. I'm telling you, I don't know about this one. Now, is the guy a cheater? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Horrible man. Cheated on his wife. Cheated on his wife. Okay. Horrible things. But I have to wonder about this. Like, did this happen? Did this happen the way that they laid this out? That is the question that I have to wonder. Okay. I do. You said the majority of them, he killed them. That also gets talked about in his declaration, Ronan. I need you to watch that video. So tell me what you think, because I'm wondering. We're going to drop part 2. All right. I'm struggling with the evidence. All right. I am not making him a hero. It's just like, we're not. Listen, I still can't get over the fact that the man was driving with bleach blonde hair and he had, I think, was it Viagra pills in his truck? What are you doing with Viagra pills and bleach blonde hair in your? I don't get that. I struggle. But is he an idiot? Yeah, I'm trying to understand what is it? And by the way, if he gets a retrial, should be no problem to reconvict him again, right? Or should there? Or should there? Let's keep going. All right. I love it. I love that everybody's like all over the place, because this is what I love. I live for this kind of conversation. This new evidence undermines the prosecution's entire circumstantial case against petitioner. Okay. And so they relied on false evidence and false scientific evidence to convict him. The organization, which provides pro bono legal services to people it believes have been wrongfully convicted, stated in a lengthy petition filed to a state appeal court. Okay. The news marked a major development in the case that has transfixed the U.S. since Laci Peterson was first reported missing while 8 months pregnant on Christmas Eve in 2002. But what does it mean for the 52-year-old Scott Peterson, who has always claimed he did not commit the crime, and the efforts to overturn his conviction? So the burden on Peterson is high, okay? Got a very high burden to prove anything at this point. A trial attorney and former deputy district attorney gave a statement and basically said that they conducted a substantial investigation and generated what they believe are compelling reasons to take another look. My eyes are there, y'all. I feel like if this man was convicted once, the evidence should stand alone, even if it's circumstantial. Should be looked at again. But that's just my opinion, y'all. That is my opinion. Okay. The question for the court will be, do all of these potential errors mount to enough in order to decide that had the jury heard about this new evidence, they would have drawn a different conclusion? That's the question. And this is what the court is going to have to decide. So I guess we will see what comes out of this whole situation. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? And by the way, I'm still reading the paperwork. He hasn't mentioned Amber Fry yet in his declaration. Scott Peterson, you're gonna have to mention Amber Fry at some point, because I want to know. You want to make it sound like I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking off the top of my head. He's making it sound like, his wife Laci loved Martha Stewart, and she was this doting wife, and everything, and they were perfect, and everything was fine, and he was just sitting there waiting for this baby to be born. No, my friend, you were having an affair. You were having an affair. I'm gonna need you to acknowledge that. So we're waiting. I'm not done with the declaration. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, you were having an affair. And I'm not saying that, people have affairs all the time. Doesn't mean that you killed your wife, but let's not make it sound like you were sitting next to the fire, place in the fire chimney, during Christmas, and you were waiting for this baby to be born, because that's not what you were doing, my friend. You were having an affair. Mm-hmm. You were lying to that girl. Mm-hmm. That girl believed everything you said. Yep. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, Desert. We're not there yet. People don't go around murdering pregnant women. That is true. Well, it depends on the area, I guess. I don't know. There's that. Most cases are circumstantial. The evidence brought in is what proves it beyond a reasonable doubt. Interesting. Yeah. To be so one-sided about the relationship narrative is disingenuous. Yes, I agree. The cases should be re-examined. I personally think it needs to be looked at again. And if he's guilty, we should have the same outcome. What's the deal? Should be no problem. Should be no problem to, look at it again. Anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming through to this vertical live. Shout out to Carol, to the Duck, Pinche Becky again, Ahmad, search for you, Orgasm, Ronan, shout out to you, Sister Nova, Don, thank you for being here. B. Tim, Rose Gold, who's been a member for freaking 16 months, my goodness, forever. Thank you for being a member. I gotta go. Stay, Rabs. Why? Stay for what? What am I staying? Stay for what? I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. I'm tired. I got stuff to do. Keep those pics. I sent for Storm, I am not keeping your feet pic. No, I'm not, girl. I'm good. Shout out to you. I'm not. I didn't even want to put the one that I had here up. You say, I'm extra. LOL. Good night. Yes, you are. Oh my God. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I gotta go. Hit the like button. Hobbita, Rabbita, Hobbita. Yes. Shout out to everybody. And y'all, let me just leave you with something before I leave. I really want to leave you with something, okay? The next time somebody, tries to get funny with you, it's just do this. Show them your hairy feet and everything will be fine. The next time somebody tries to get funny with you, just show them your hairy feet, okay? And it'll be okay. This picture was from Google, all right? That's what you got. That's it. That's all. That's it. All right. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hit the like button. Bye, guys.